In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to rebrand yourself as a high value woman in kingdom. Let's quickly get right into this video and get a glass of water or something warm to drink because baby, it's going to be good. Hi guys, I am having a really bad hair day, so please don't say anything about my hair. But my name is Melody and this is House of Hosting Heaven, and you are specifically tuned into the How To series. Somebody said to me on Instagram, Melody, you've been doing the how-to series, but I really want to start seeing you talk a lot more about how-to for single women. Now, as a lot of you know, and my journey has been very public, and you have walked my journey with me. Just recently got married at the beginning of this year at 32. So I was single for 32 years of my life. So I am really a bona fide single woman. I am literally like, I was in the game. I was killing it in that game, mama. I can safely say I passed through to the other side, and I have so many things that I feel I'm proud of, about my journey. But it's only because I had to reinvent and rebrand myself from one broken heart to the other, to the next broken relationship, to a broken engagement. You know my stories. Today, I want to give you the tea on how you can rebrand yourself as a high value Christian woman in waiting. So before we even begin, I want you to know that a lot of the things we're going to be talking about are really internal work that you're going to have to do. And I want to warn you, internal work is extremely difficult. Isn't it just easy to rebrand externally, change your hairstyle, change your foundation, change the lipstick that you put on, change your manicure, your pedicure, the way you look, and just still be the same old you, attracting the same type of man, attracting the same type of demons, and attracting the same type of character? What you actually want to do is that you want to internally change so that you can actually attract the right kind of man that God has designed and desires for you to meet. The first thing I'm going to talk about is, sis, place a premium on yourself. I am talking to you from the other side as somebody that went through failed relationships, that went through broken engagements, that has gone through heartache, that has gone through pain. It's very easy after so many failed relationships for you to really forget who you are. That you really are the price here, that God has placed a great premium on you as a wife to somebody that is ready and that honors and loves you. So forget all the things that your exes have told you about you. Forget every single word that was spoken to you that broke and wounded you. You have to enter into a place where you start putting and placing a premium on yourself again, sis. Remind yourself of who you are in God. Then I'm going to give you this second nugget, knowing very well that it is extremely difficult. It is extremely difficult, but it has to be done. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for being the clown in that relationship. You know how sometimes when you come out of relationships and you just cannot believe how much of a clown you were. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for all the right relationships, the great men that you took for granted and that you lost. You didn't know better, but now that you know better, you can do better. Forgive yourself for the bad decisions that you made in relationships, the ones that you aren't proud of. Forgive yourself, because if you have asked God for forgiveness, sis, you have already been forgiven. And if you continue to live a life of unforgiveness towards yourself, you become a God unto yourself. So now that you're in this space of total, complete, radical forgiveness, what do? You start intentionally studying God's idea of you. This is the season where you start saying, God, what did you have in mind when you created me? If you don't yet know your purpose, this is a great time and opportunity to start asking God. Because I can personally testify that it is in the lane of purpose and assignment where we collide with our destiny. It is in the lane of purpose and assignment that I met my husband. And I know for a fact that I would have never met my husband if I had not been busy doing God's work in assignment. So what is God's vision for your life? What is God's mission for your life? What has He purposed for you to do in this world? Find it and start pursuing it. Somebody is also walking in the same lane or a lane that is parallel to your lane, and you are soon going to meet with them. Fourth thing is you become a high value Christian woman when you start setting standards for yourself. I remember this one season where I was just really praying to God. I was like, God, I'm tired of the frogs. I'm tired of these guys. I'm tired of people that come into my life and they waste my time and they leave. And God said, you see, the problem that you have is that you keep asking for a particular man. But every time you ask for this particular specific man, you change your standards. And so I send this man exactly where he's supposed to meet you according to your standards, but you have left the pole. You have compromised because your ex said you are too much. You have decided to change because society says that's a bit too much. You are not where you're supposed to be positioned, and that's why you are not meeting the man that I have sent for you. And I was broken, and I said, God, I'm not going to change my standards in my next relationship. I am going to continue to maintain them, because only then will I truly find and collide with the man that you have sent for me. So how do you become a high value woman in your own journey? Set standards and don't compromise. And don't be afraid to let go of people who are not willing to stick to your standards, who are not willing to uphold those standards, who are not willing to be a part and a parcel of your journey as per those standards. Receive the gift of goodbyes. Receive the gift of let goes. Sis, you can let them go if they are not truly compatible with your lifestyle and your standards. It's just as simple as that. Number 5, believe your words are powerful, high-value Christian woman. I want you to know that God has placed a sound, a unique sound over your voice. I want you to know that God specifically ordained you as a prophet over your own life, and you have the power of life and death, and you can speak forth things into your future and into your present, and they will be established. So I want you to know that your words are extremely powerful. You know, a lot of us are speaking negativity over our relationships. Some of us are saying, I will never get married. Some of us are saying, I will never meet the right man. Some of us are saying, it's tough out here to meet a good man. Well, guess what? You're not going to meet a good man, because that is what you are feeling your mind and your atmosphere with. Know that your words are 24 karat gold, and you never release them unintentionally. This also goes the same even in relationships as well. While you're in a relationship, know that your words are very powerful, and intentionally place them, intentionally speak them out, intentionally keep silent sometimes, because your words are incredibly powerful. This is how you rebrand yourself as a high value Christian woman. I remember there's been relationships where I just spoke. I spoke my mind. I spoke everything that came into my mind. I didn't filter it. I didn't think twice about it. I just thought because I thought, then I was entitled to speaking. And that's not the case. As a high value Christian woman, you have to learn that your words are super important. And even when you address issues and when you're confrontational, your confrontation should carry a lot of value and a lot of weight, because you are not a nagging woman. You carry and you place a lot of premium on your words. Number 6, to rebrand yourself as a high-value Christian woman in waiting, you really have to accept the ministry of help. Know that God is helping you. Accept His help. Know that the Holy Spirit is helping you. on your waiting journey, accept his help. You know, what I actually discovered in my own journey is that there came a point where I had been so hurt and so disappointed in my relationships that I just thought that nobody was willing to help. At some point, I did not believe that God wanted to help me in my relationship journeys. I was like, I don't think you're helping. I don't think you want to help. So I'm just going to do this thing my way. I'm just going to do this thing my way. Guess what? God has a heart for you to get the right man in your life. God desires that you get married to the right partner. God is glorified when ministries are birthed from relationships that are healthy and marriages that are fulfilling and healthy and Christ-centered. And so God is one of the biggest beneficiaries of your marriage when it is good. So accept his help. I know you've been disappointed. I know you've gone back to him and cried and said, God, why did you allow these things to happen to me while I was in relationships with these men? Forgive yourself. Release God and allow him to help you again in this season. High value Christian woman in waiting.